So, I'm here in the German pavilion of the Saumur Tank Museum, and it's pretty amazing, this place, I've got to tell you. I'll give you a little tour, a little drive round. Start in reverse order. So over here we've got a little Hanomag bridge lane version behind these people. I'll come back to that when they're out of the way. A beautiful example of a Panther with the armoured skirts and the Zimmermet. And they're quite cool. SS Fezzes. You can see them on the fellas. All pretty cool. Come back to that Hanomag now. That's a bridge lane version, engineering vehicle. You can see the bridging stuff just on top there. And then, like a regression through time, we have the Panther to a lovely Tiger. Have a quick look at this crewman while we're here. All very good. Bit of a crowd round here, so we'll go down to the other end and we'll start at the beginning of the German tank story. So we come straight in here with the Panzer II. So this is a nice early version of what we know as the main battle tank. Really tiny little thing. Just a little three-man crew on a real shit as well, because you had to get in, everybody had to get in through the top hatch. There's no other way in. Then we've got the Panzer III. Heavier, you can see that big mantle at the front. A lovely, lovely Panzer IV over here, the mainstay of the German army. Through the whole of the Second War. Right from the beginning. And this one's got the armoured skirts on the side. Bear in mind, most of these were fighting on the Russian front for most of the war. So the big challenge was like the Russian magnetic mines. That's why it's covered in this beautiful Zimmermet. Some really lovely jobs they've done on these, painting them up in all the camouflage colours. Moving up then to the Tiger. Beautiful again, lovely example, look at this. Look at the size of this beast. A great big 88 on the bastard. Again, covered in Zimmermet. Look at that running gear as well, amazing. Really beautifully looked after this. We've got a side view of the Panther that we looked at just now. Now come on to the really unusual stuff. We know the Kugelwagen, well, this is the Schwimmelwagen. So this was the amphibious version of basically the German Jeep. Quite a classic. Now this is amazing, I've never seen this before. This is a triple wagon, which again I think is some form of amphibious light vehicle. Look at that, isn't that beautiful? It's like something out of a science fiction movie. Look at that from the front. Never seen one of these. Beautiful looking beast. Looks like something out of the 50s. Another Panzer II there. A bit of a later version. Some other classic German stuff now. Little flat gun. And the teeny tiny Goliath, so this was filled with explosives, and the idea was this is a little remote control robot really. You would drive it up to an enemy tank and ignite it. Now coming on to some real cool stuff. So this is the Panzer II, the King Tiger, or the Royal Tiger as we tend to call it. And again, it's a beautiful example, absolutely stunning. You really get a sense of what a beast this thing was. Now we looked at the Panther II earlier. This three-man crew, this is a five-man crew. This thing is just an utter beast, one of the heavy tanks. And next to it we got the Panther. This one's been marked up with French colours. I suppose that's to say they've captured it or something like that. Lovely example. Again, see the Zimmer all over it. Stop anybody attaching sticky bombs, magnetic mines, that kind of good stuff. Now this is the Panther. This is a hunting Panther. So this is basically the Panther but converted to be a self-propelled gun. So this is basically like a tank killer. Beautiful. Down here we've got a Panther. This is the armoured recovery vehicle. If I've got this right. Yeah, it's a recovery vehicle. So this would be all the engineering bits and bobs in the back. And just a light cannon on it for self-defence. Now this one's a real treat. This is a Brumbar. So this is an absolute corker. I've never seen one of these up front. So the Brumbar was an assault weapon, so it's just got a whopping great big gun on it for taking out emplacements, pillboxes, strong points and all that kind. It's like an assault tank, and it's based on the, I think the superstructure is a 4, so that's the tank that we saw earlier, that kind of mainstay tank. So it's a Panther 4 chassis, but with this heavy cannon on the top of it. Then we've got the flak Panzer. So again, this is, I think it's a Panzer 4 chassis again, and they've stuck a whopping great big anti-aircraft gun on top of it, with this kind of armoured skirt all around it. And that skirting folds down as well, so it just becomes a big platform to move the gun round on. Ladies in the way, I think it's a Hummel. Yeah, Hummel. So we're going into like the big guns now. So this is one of the SP guns. Lovely big artillery piece, and again, real corker. And this is really nice. There's a nice little field kitchen just tucked in there. So these would have been all over the world. Just for feeding your German army when it's on the move. I'm coming down the line now. So we've got a hunting Panther. So these are the tank destroyers. So this is a Panzer chassis again, but converted as a tank destroyer in essence. Again, this is a Panzer. So I think we're mounted again on the 4 chassis. Yeah, mounted again on the 4 chassis, but converted as a tank destroyer. Really pretty little thing. And then we're going to come on to some really nice, 2 really nice Stugs as we know them. And these are really great examples with the different mantlets. So you've got this kind of very regular squarey mantlet here. And on this one, what they called the hog's head. It looks like a bit like a pig's head. And these are 2 real beauties. All of the vehicles, all the German stuff here is in absolutely beautiful condition. Really, really accurate, really well maintained and up to date. This is a little baby Hetzer. So again, this was a very cheap, easy to make anti-tank weapon. It was on a Czechoslovakian T-38 chassis, I believe. And they worked out they could make these really, really quick and easy just by converting these old Czechoslovakian tanks and putting this superstructure on top, making a little baby tank killer. We're coming on to some of the guns, the big guns. So this is the Marder. And we've got like a little group of Marders and similar vehicles. The lighting's not too good here. No, the lighting's not very good. So this is a Marder. This one's really funky. This is a Marder with a Hotchkiss gun. I'm going to try and shade out a bit of the light if I can. Marder with a Hotchkiss gun. So it gives it this really weird profile from the front. So it's on a Hotchkiss can't say the word. It's on the base of a Hotchkiss, which was a French tank. And it gives it this really weird kind of science fiction look. This is a famous Wesp, served all over the place. This thing from Russian front to North Africa. Mobile artillery piece, beautiful. It's got an open crew compartment at the back. You can't quite see it, but I think it was either a Wesp or a Marder, which is this one, which was in Saving Private Ryan. The bit where they drop a petrol bomb in the back and all the crew catch fire. And again, these are just superb. The kind of the condition they're in, and they've obviously been very beautifully looked after. And here's an early Marder Marder 1, so very early. You can see how small this is compared to the other vehicles. I mean, that's a Marder 1, and if I just turn round, that's at the back of a Panzer 2 and a Panzer 3. It's like a baby. Still had a 5-man crew. Interesting. Anyway, moving on. This again, just if you're backing your Saving Private Ryan. That's a 20mm flat gun. I think they used a 4-barreled version in Saving Private Ryan. But it's just a little, nice little anti-aircraft weapon. We're at the back now. The tanks that we spoke about earlier. I'm just going to take you down the line here, and then we've got a couple of other big guns to look at. You get right up close to these. You see a lot of rust on preserved vehicles, a lot of bits rusted through, but these are all really in nice condition. And they've obviously been loved, looked after, and are regularly maintained. Like you'll see a lot of the manifolds, exhaust manifolds, go quite quick and early on these things, but these are beautiful. Just at the back now, that Hanamag, the bridge layer. Just see what I'm going to look into. Oh, there you go, yeah. So this is your classic German armoured car. This is one of a number of variants. They used all sorts of stuff here for just general troop carrying, to ambulances, communications. This is probably the most terrifying thing in the world if you're a British tanker during the Second World War, apart from that big bastard Tiger sitting behind me. So this is an 88. Renowned killer of Allied armour. The only trouble with these is because they were an anti-aircraft gun, they got very high profile. So if you compare it to, say, the height of the Panther, you can see it's almost the same size as a tank, so very, very hard to hide. They were also extremely heavy. I'm not sure, I think they're about 5 tons, these things, so they took a lot of setting up and a lot of making mobile again. So they were great when they were in place, but they weren't something you could deploy particularly rapidly. So once they're set up and firing, they're pretty much dead, because once you know where it is, you're gonna take it out. Then we got a selection of anti-tank guns here. Pak 40, which was a superb anti-tank gun. Just going down, Pak 38. An SPZB 41, never heard of that. Oh, Billy Bodley one. Oh, Skoda anti-tank gun. And I've never heard of that. It's 105mm. A Boozier. And then just some little baby ones that I'm not particularly interested in. So, all in all, that is a tour of the German Hall of the Saumur Tank Museum 2019, and it's fantastic. The scale of this, and they've got every classic piece of German armour you can possibly imagine. So this has been amazing. I've done a quick video for you just so you can see what it looks like, and I will be going nuts with my camera taking loads of stills. Right, this is the first of the galleries, and I'll come back with some others. Cheers.